Hello, everybody. Here is your civil rights test read aloud for American history. Please know that if I am reading too fast, remember you can pause this video and watch it again and listen to it however many times you need to. So, make sure it's open on your computer. The first question is you need to enter your name. So go ahead and type your name in right here. And then we will get started. Number 1, Brown v. Board of Education declared that separation by race was constitutional as long as equal services were provided, school segregation was constitutional, or the separate but equal doctrine had no place in public education. Number 2, what was the major turning point in the civil rights movement? The conversion of Malcolm X to Orthodox Islam, the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr., otherwise known as MLK, or the assassination of Robert Kennedy. Number 3, the UFWOC was able to get higher pay and better benefits for farm workers. Which of the following was the most responsible for this happening? A strike, a national boycott, or an act of Congress? Number 4, in the 1960s, there were many race riots in northern cities. What was this mainly due to? A growing anger among African Americans over conditions in the North, an attempt by the African Americans to establish political parties, or an increased black separatism. Number 5, Jim Crow laws were passed after this made racial segregation legal. The 14th Amendment, the Civil Rights Act of 1875, or the decision in Plessy v. Ferguson. Number 6, what was the main cause of urban violence according to the Kerner Commission? White racism, school segregation, or black nationalism? Number 7, the Voting Rights Act of 1965 said federal officials could register to vote, oversee the collection of poll taxes, or recount votes. Which is an example of de facto segregation? Number 8. Jim Crow laws, a concentration of urban African American slum areas, or a voter literacy test given to African Americans in the South. Number 9, the doctrine of what relating to public education was finally overturned in Brown v. Board of Education? Due process of law, separate but equal, or equal protection under the law? Number 10, the founder and first president of what was Martin Luther King Jr.? The Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, or the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee? Number 11, this group brought about a federal ban on segregation in all interstate travel facilities. Freedom Riders, Black Panthers, or the Montgomery bus boycott? Number 12, this person as the NAACP lawyer who argued the Brown v. Board of Education case before the Supreme Court. Thurgood Marshall, James Meredith, or Martin Luther King Jr.? Number 13. Strongly believing in the power of nonviolent protest, this person was the civil rights leader and minister. James Meredith, Thurgood Marshall, or Martin Luther King Jr.? Number 14. The first African American to attend the University of Mississippi. He was also a veteran. Was it Martin Luther King Jr., James Meredith, or Fannie Lou Hamer? Number 15. This president ordered soldiers to protect African American students trying to integrate a white high school in Little Rock, Arkansas. Thurgood Marshall, Dwight D. Eisenhower, or Fannie Lou Hamer? Number 16. This president ordered Congress to pass a sweeping civil rights law, but died before it was put into law. Was it Stokely Carmichael, Lyndon B. Johnson, or John F. Kennedy? Number 17. This president created a committee to look into and study what was causing urban violence. Lyndon B. Johnson, John F. Kennedy, or Malcolm X? Number 18. This civil rights leader called for Black Power after becoming impatient with nonviolence. Stokely Carmichael, Lyndon B. Johnson, or Malcolm X? Number 19. It was because of this person's protest that the Montgomery bus boycott was started. Was it Stokely Carmichael, Rosa Parks, or Martin Luther King Jr.? Number 20. Which of the following describes what Cesar Chavez did? He adopted the tactics of nonviolent protest. He adopted the tactics of militant confrontation. Or he protested against the agricultural unionization. That is your entire civil rights test. Please make sure you submit it when you are complete. And also remember, you may use your study guide to help you complete this test. Good luck!